All right, you guys, we are clipping along and we're right on time. Cool. Love it. So we have one more speaker, y'all, and then as you may or may not know, we get to hear from Mr. Ben Fuchs today. So it's always a joy. So how many of you guys have heard from Ben? Okay, how many of you guys haven't heard from Ben? Okay, you guys are in for a real special treat, honestly. There wouldn't be a Young Chubby event without some jam-packed nutritional, health-oriented product knowledge, right? So much fun. Before that, though, we have my favorite speaker, and I'm biased. But I'm allowed to be. This is my wife. So you guys, so I've been network marketing about 9 years personally, and my wife about 10. So between us, a couple decades of experience. She was the first mentor that I had in network marketing. She was the first one who actually got in the trenches with me, and together we built this business. I remember times where we would be she's doing a home event at somebody's house, and I'm across town doing another home event at somebody else's house. We call each other after meetings and say, "Yeah, how'd your event go? How many enrollments did you get there?" We would and it was truly an experience of partnership like I've never experienced before. So I learned so much about how to build this business from this woman, who later became my wife. Because of that, she'll get into the trenches with you. And oh my gosh, you guys, leadership. If you have a flock and you're the shepherd, you need to get in the trenches with them. I mean, that's how we show people the partnership and the that's leadership. So I learned so much from my wife, and she's not able to mentor me anymore, it turns out, because that's just, it doesn't work like that. So she's going to be talking about applying this to your longevity business. Whether you're brand new or you've been in this for years, these are the steps you need to take to be building that business. So without further ado, Nikki Maly.
Thank you so much. So after Joel and I was his mentor, and it's interesting when that transition happened and we realized, oh my gosh, we're friends and we're falling in love, and then we get married, and then you still think, I thought, well, maybe I could still be Joel's mentor, and he's like, maybe make me a sandwich, and so that relationship didn't work anymore. He never said that. So I'm thrilled to share a really incredible story today to kind of lead into my topic. So everybody in here been to Estes Park? Okay. Anybody in here not been to Estes Park? Okay. So when you go, are you Joshua? You've not been to Estes? My gosh. Okay. Get up there. So when you get up to Estes Park, it is such a tourist town, right? Unless you're local. You're tired of tourists. But if you go out there to tourist town, and there are so many shops, and there are toys and trinkets and chocolate covered everything, and there's taffy being, made in the windows, and it's one thing to experience it as an adult. Has anybody experienced Estes Park with a 4-year-old? Okay, that's different. That's really different. So Joel and I go to Estes Park one day, and at the time, Arian was about color pickle. She was 4 or 5 years old. Now, we have this rule when we go into grocery store, right, or we go to any store. If you ask for something, the automatic answer is no, right? But if you don't ask for something, maybe, doesn't mean yes, but maybe we'll think about something, okay? Now, as a kid, that tipped me off. Oh, my God, I would just look at my mom at the checkout stand like, I didn't ask. And I'm still not getting anything, So here I have this incredibly brilliant, she's now 6, going to be 7, and we go to Estes Park. Now Joel tells her, now listen, Arian, we're going to go by these stores, okay? If you ask for anything, the answer is no. The answer is no. My topic today is discovering the need, qualifying the need, and sharing the plan according to the need, okay? And I learned this topic from a 4-year-old. So we go up and down. You do the Estes loop, right? You go up one side, you walk down one side, you end up getting ice cream and something, right? Right? Okay. So we go up one side, and my daughter is going to the store, and she's finding these little stuffies. They call them these days stuffies, and she's like, "Oh, Dad, this one is so soft," And she would pick another one and another. "Oh, Dad, this one, Dad, isn't this cute?" Dad, yeah, it is. Of course, I'm mom, so I'm like, you are not wearing me thin. Now she is wearing him thin. We're up, halfway up, right? We make the half loop. We come the corner. We're coming down. We're about 3/4 of the way done. And she has got Joel wore down to nothing. I mean, she has touched every soft thing and drooled over every, Dad, doesn't that taffy look so yummy? And I mean, he's just like, oh, I'm thinking she is gonna break him. Before we go, that girl's getting something, So we're at the final store, and I'm watching as she's 4 or 5 years old, and she is just toiling over how to win this. And we get to one of our last stops, and she goes, oh, Dad, isn't this, Dad, it's so cute and soft. I'm watching my 4-year-old sell him on this thing. And he looks down at her and he goes, and she goes, don't you want this, Dad? Don't you want this little stuffy? And so he goes, yes, I do. I haven't asked for anything. I'm going to get this stuffy and I'm going to take it home. And she goes, okay, do you want to know what we're learning at school right now? And he goes, what? She goes, sharing. I was like, fire the stuffy. Fire the stuffy. She's going to run a company or something someday. I don't know. And what I watched in a second, after all day of trying to find a way to get her way, she discovered a need, she qualified the need, and she shared the plan. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, he was like, I don't even know what to say. I'm like, buy it. Now you buy the thing, and you share. And so that brings me to think about how often in our business, we have an agenda. And if you leave your house with an agenda, it's based on what you want, and your ears shut off. And so we're talking today about how to decrease no's. And I love that Marianne and I talked yesterday about overcoming no's, right? And for almost a decade as being a professional network marketer, I have spent my career wanting to focus on how to eliminate them. I don't like dealing with the emotions of no's. And so one day I decided I'm in charge of hiring and firing. Are you in charge of hiring and firing? Now, I don't mean you enroll them in your team and they do something bad and you break out the paddle with the holes in it and you beat them, right? And then you kick them off the team. No, I mean, you're in charge of hiring and firing according to your names list. Am I right? Okay, so if we are really good at going out and discovering the needs of somebody, if you're really good about discovering the need, you go out of your house, I wake up in the morning and I think, God, just use me powerfully today. Allow me to be a good listener. If I run into Chris at a coffee shop, and we are engaging in conversation, I say, Chris, you're an amazing man, right? Tell me right now in your life, what do you want or need more of in your life right now? Oh, Chris is just going to open up something because people like to talk about themselves, right? What do you want or need more of? And Chris is going to answer my question. And if I'm really good, I'm going to hear a need or want in his life that's related to time, health, wealth, or a community of people. All answers will surface around that. Eventually, they all kind of funnel into a financial need. All of them do. So if I'm really good at discovering the need, and somebody will say, well, I just wish I could spend more time with my kids, right? I wish I could take my 4-year-old to Estes. Don't do that. Don't. That's a date day, no kids. And so if you're discovering that need and you're hearing that need, has everybody gone out and been able to do that? It's much better to approach it that way than to learn some fancy schmancy invite. Because there's not a single invite taught that's going to fit everyone in this room. Would you guys agree? Chris, with your experience, would you agree? Right? There's not a single invite I could teach you today that would work for Dee or work for Joel or work for Joshua or Mark. Because our circle of influence and who we are is very different. So if I stand up here and I teach you an invite, you're going to go thinking, Shana's going to go, I cannot be Nikki, right? I don't know how to say it that way or with that enthusiasm, or those words are just not things I would use, right? That's not authentic to me. But if you're good about going and seeking the need of somebody else, you are really listening to what it is they want in their life. So I'm going to walk you guys through something. It's going to teach you how to hire and fire according to your names list. It gives you absolute control over your names list. So when you discover the need and you hear somebody say, oh, my health, I wish my health was better. I wish my finances were on track. I wish we could take more vacations. I wish I had more date nights. I want more. I need more. You'll hear them open up, okay? And you say, wow, the one thing, Chris, I heard you say was A, B, or C, right? I heard you say, Chris, A, B, or C. Do you have a plan to achieve that this year, right? Do you have a plan to achieve that this year? Or are you open to a discussion around that? So what do you think? Chris is going to give me one or two answers, okay? Chris is going to say, you know what? I've got the perfect plan. It's all laid out. I've got the right mentors. I've got the right steps. Is now my opportunity to share with him longevity. Don't go there. My job right now is to say, Chris, remember this. I'm your number one fan. If along the way in your journey, you begin to question anything, you're not sure if you've got that financial plan figured out, you're not sure if you have the right community behind you, will you promise me that you remember this conversation? And promise me on the first phone call you make if you begin to question anything in your journey, okay? Got it, okay. Is that Scout Zone or what is this? It is a Scout Zone, it wasn't a Scout Zone. Peace. So, yeah, got it, okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm planting a seed and I'm creating a relationship with Chris. He's temporarily fired off of my names list. That's relief for me. Moving Chris aside to now talk to a James. Does that make sense? So if I would have, and you can always spot a rookie move. I mean, Mark and Chris, you guys have been in the industry a long time. You can spot a rookie move. You go somewhere and somebody's like, wow, you're a really outgoing guy. You know, I have this really great stuff and you can do it. You make all kinds of money. You know, like I just met you at Starbucks. Where is your mentor? Right? Let's thank your parent for doing that. In that moment, if I were to now introduce something that would distract Chris from his current dreams and goals, I'm going to get a no. I don't like those. I eliminate those. I don't want no's, okay? Now, if Chris were to say the opposite direction, right? If we're at the fork in the road, it's got two directions. And Chris is like, wow, I really do want a yacht by August, and I don't know how to get there, right? Or somebody would say, I really want to lose weight, or I really want to feel better. I wish my knees didn't feel this way. I wish I could eliminate migraines. And you say, wow, do you have a plan? Are you seeking help in that dream? You're like, no, I have no idea where to go. Now I say, are you open to a discussion around that? Right? Because like, I would love some help. Okay, I have some answers for you. Why don't we sit down and have a chat? I'm going to share with you a plan that I think is really going to be powerful. Okay? Now I've got a yes. Either way, no matter what Chris says, I'm in the driver's seat. You guys quit relinquishing your control because you have approached somebody by your own agenda. When you discover the need and you qualify the need, are you open to a discussion or do you have it figured out? Let them answer you in that moment. And either way, now I have had this happen. I had a meeting with a gal and she was really struggling with her health. And after I'd gone to have coffee with her, I discovered she just wanted to pity party. That's what she wanted, right? She wanted to pity party and just complain about her health. It's fine. That's fine, right? We didn't have coffee again after that. And by the time we were getting ready to leave, she said, oh my gosh, we've been here for an hour. I still have no idea what you do for a living. Right. Because that's for me to know right now, right? I didn't, of course, say that. But I'm in control of who knows what I do for a living or who doesn't. I don't want needers and naysayers. Right? I want winners of people who are open-minded, and I qualify that right away. So, was that a woo in here? Okay, a woo. I was like, is that in the background? Okay. So with that being said, get ready to leave, and she says, what do you do for a living? And I said, you know what? Whether I'm a lawyer, a doctor, or a stay-at-home mom, does it change our friendship? She said, no, it doesn't. I said, then what I do for a living doesn't matter until you're serious about your health one day. But right now, I'm your #1 fan. Whatever you want to do, I'm going to support. Okay? 2 days later, she ended up in the hospital, and guess who got a phone call? I did. Because I planted the seed. When you're serious about your health one day, remember we chatted, right? Remember that I should be your first phone call. So that door allows you to always be the person that's like, what does he or she have that's going to be the solution for the need I have? Can everybody agree with this? Does this feel good, right? You can leave here today and literally go do this. I got a gal in the back room, her name's Carly, she's amazing. And Carly took these steps. We had a Super Saturday last weekend with our team. It was a jam-packed room. There wasn't a single seat left in the house. Joel and I didn't even have seats. And we did this training. You discover the need. Send a text right now. I don't care if you're not looking at me. Send a text to a friend and just say, what do you want more or need more of in your life right now? Let them answer. Ask them if they've got a plan figured out or if they're open to just having a chat about that this week. Okay? And our team, right, we have a little sheet of paper that you can take with you that allows you to go through a presentation on 1 page. And Carly left and did that. After the meeting, she sent a text, she discovered the need, she qualified the need, she went and she read the presentation in 1 page to her friend, and she did a 3-way call to her upline. And I just thought, wow, that gal was so excited. She was so excited. She is 32 years old and has never, ever heard of network marketing. I was like, what rock do you live on? Oh my gosh. So it was brilliant. It was so brilliant. So I share that with you guys to allow you to give yourself the value of empowerment to say, I am in control of hiring and firing on my names list. I move them to not ready or ready based on asking great questions. Based on asking great questions. So I think the key component in having success in our business is not relinquishing that control. Right? And so Chris talks about your comfort zone. Is that a comfort zone for everyone? Only one person I've ever coached, we were on the phone and she had watched a video training of this and she said, so what you're saying is I'm gonna have to shut up and ask questions of people. And I was like, that's where you're gonna need to start. Yes. And what's neat, if anybody in here have a team, you guys are building a team, you can literally mark down on a sheet of paper the people that you're working with. When I was working with Carly, I knew for 4 days, 3 or 4 days, she was on discovering the need. Her only task was to build confidence by knowing she could go out and discover the need. And she would text me, I win. I got to the heart of so-and-so. I win. I got to the heart of so-and-so. I win. I got to the heart of so-and-so. Guess what's happening to Carly? Her confidence, her self-efficacy, everything is growing. And I say, okay, now you're moved into phase 2, which is you're going to qualify the need. Go back to them and go qualify the need. She's like, oh, wow, okay. Well, I already won so many times. And so she would go back and win again. I won. I qualified the need. I did it. Right? And then the third piece is sharing with them the plan. Sharing with them the plan. So I had an excellent talk with Scott Pardulis, and I'm going to close with this here. I had a great talk with Scott Pardulis yesterday. He's an amazing mentor. He's a brilliant man. He truly is. And something we talked about yesterday, please participate in this. Has everyone here heard an invite training or a way to communicate with somebody to share your journey? Have all of you heard an invite training of some kind? Okay. Have all of you had a training on how to share the plan in some way? You've either seen the plan, you know how to share the plan, you guys are familiar with that. And everybody here has had a training on how to get somebody started. I know there's multiple ways, but have you guys seen that? Okay. As long as you are doing something systematically with those 3 steps, you have a system. So if you're sitting in this crowd today going, I don't have a system, you have a system. Create one behind how are you inviting? How are you showing the plan? And how are you getting people started? That should be your system. Okay? So in talking with Scott yesterday, he said, as we're discussing this, it's not about making sure that what you guys are doing is what I'm doing or what James is doing. You must do what is right and what's working for you. You've got to do what's right and what's working for you. So I encourage you guys today when you leave here to just make a phone call, to just ask a friend, to just, don't be on Facebook. Don't just go out and meet somebody in person and discover the needs, qualify the needs, and find a way to share the plan. Can you guys do that? Yeah. So nobody's exempt from experience inside of network marketing. Nobody's exempt from experience. You let that sink in. Some of you guys today are going to leave with this information and do nothing. And there are probably other areas in your life where you're doing that too. This is a real moment, okay? Some of you guys are going to hear what is being said today. You're going to leave and you're going to do nothing with it. Some of you guys were given tools today to leave and go change the circumstances of your current life. And you are able to go do that. And I encourage you to do so. It takes 8,000 hours to master something. 8,000 hours to master something. So when I get a phone call, somebody that says, hey, I just did my first meeting and I blew it. You didn't blow it. It was your first meeting. It takes 8,000 hours to master a skill. You did great. You went and did it. And everything's a learning curve. So I pray that you guys took something from this today and that you guys can leave and go build your business. So thank you guys so much. And Dr. Joel.